Hey guys, so I have to talk quietly because it's a late night vlog. But yeah, I got some stuff. I was on my stream on last Sunday. I was talking to somebody. They were talking about like, brought up something about like girls or something. It's like, oh, you got a girlfriend or something like, oh, are you a virgin or like, what do you think, women? I don't even know, but it got me on some tangent. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make a vlog about it because I have too many lady problems to discuss in one or two sentences. Probably take me about 10 minutes at the very least. Yeah. So it's the lady problems vlog. I feel like it's obligatory because all guys have lady problems, and even though I might look like the lady killer I am, not really. I do have a fair amount of lady problems, especially within the past year, and something is really crooked. Either my head's crooked or my camera's crooked. I can't tell. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah. So there's this. Yeah. So, oh yeah. I was also watching a Scene Editor's video earlier today. I love that guy. Love that guy. I don't even like Call of Duty. I just like watching him. I just like listening to him because he's such like a happy and so like well organized mentally guy, I think. But that's not what this vlog's about. I'm talking about my thing. My nose is itchy. But yeah. So where do I start? So there's this girl. Yeah, that's a good start. Let's call her. Shoot, what's a name? What's a normal name? Let's call her Katie. Let's call her Katie. It's a pretty normal name, even though I know too many Katies, so this could get really awkward. But yeah. So I met this girl. So we're rewinding back here to end of July last year, 2010. So this was a while back. Yeah, so I go to this summer camp, and I meet this girl named Katie, and at the time I'm like, I don't really like it. I'm not really into anybody. It's like, whatever is going on. Like, I'm not really attracted to any girls in particular. So I meet this girl named Katie. We're calling her, and she is. I'm a junior in high school. She was going to be a freshman, so she's quite a bit younger than me. So that week at the camp, we were good friends. I mean, I didn't have feelings for her. I just thought of her as a great pal of mine, and if I'm looking down, it's because I have this ball in my hand. Helps me concentrate. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, I didn't feel anything for her for a while, and so this camp goes from Saturday to Saturday. So Monday, Tuesday, we're just getting to know each other. Sunday, we're just getting to know each other. Really like her. We're like really good friends already. And Wednesday rolls around, and I don't see her for the entire day. And I'm like, oh, dude, I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh my god, I miss her so much. I can't wait to see her tomorrow. And it's like, I just thought, like, I'm like, oh my god, I like her a lot as a friend or something. Like, I didn't even sense it at all. And, yeah. So Thursday, Friday rolled around, and then we left Saturday morning. But Friday night, it was a whole group of, like, 10 kids who were in my camp group, and, we were all really close. Like, we're all best buds. And my best bud, let's call him Tom and Katie. Some great generic names. But yeah. So it's Friday night. We all go down to the beach. Because we're near the beach. But yeah, and we're just chilling, and we do some like silly kiss, like me and Katie. I'm definitely gonna slip up somewhere on here, say the actual name. Yeah, I accidentally slip up, or no, I don't accidentally. We kiss, and it's like, it was just like, we kissed, and I didn't even feel anything after. I'm like, oh, okay, like that was silly and whatever. And yeah, so Friday night, like that was all that happened. I don't think she felt anything from it. And so Saturday morning comes around. I'm about to leave, or we're both about to leave, and so I pull her aside, and I'm like, because by this time I'm realizing, wait, I feel something for this girl. So I do the gentlemanly thing, pull her aside, and then I tell her, I'm like, so I just want to let you know that you're amazing. You know, just the whole generic thing. Like, you're amazing. You're one of the coolest people I ever met. I really like being with you. And I like you, like, a lot. And, like, I guess I wasn't super explicit. That'll be clear later in the ballad I'm now sharing with you. And yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I like you a lot. And she's like, oh, I like you a lot too. I'm like, that's awesome. And the thing is, she doesn't live, even though this camp's like far away from my house, like she only lives like 40 minutes away from me. Like, she's pretty close. Like, I could drive to her house easily. Um, and so I'm like, that's that. Like, we go home, like, we're like, oh, we're just like, we're texting, we're just talking all the time. It's like, I'm not talking about anything like heavy in particular, just stuff. And then, I get home, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't, this is great. Like, this girl really likes me. And by this time I was feeling like it was more than any other girl I've, been with or dated or whatever, or even like had a crush on it. It was definitely stronger than that. I think there was a layer of respect for it. Just reminded me of getting a degree. There's a layer of respect peppered with hate, if you know what I'm talking about. That's a good line, but that totally deviates from the story. But yeah, so I get home, and I have this respect for her, and I'm like, oh my god, I really like this girl. So I'm texting her, whatever, and she Facebook chats me like 2 nights after I get home. I'm like, okay, and she's like, hey, I need your help. I'm like, oh, okay. She said, there's this guy I really like. Okay, what do you need help with? Well, well, I was just wondering, and she says, oh, it's Tom, my good friend from camp, who is in the group with us, and he's like my best buddy, and he's the same age as her. That's the thing. I'm an old geezer, but yeah. And then I'm like, I can't help you with that, because like I assumed at this point that she knew I liked her, and I thought she liked me back or something, because that's kind of sense that transaction I got. And I'm like, I can't help you. She's like, oh, I just want to know if Tom likes me. I'm like, I honestly can't help you. She's like, why? I'm like, I just can't help you. And then she kept pressuring. She's like, why can't you help me? So I finally said, because I like you. She's like, oh, okay. And then she's like, and then like 10 minutes later, why can't you help me? Because I like you. Okay, and then after a few more rounds of this, I'm like, okay, she's obviously not getting the point. And she's not stupid. She's not stupid. I just don't know what was going through her head. And then she's like, but why can't you help me? And I'm like, because I like you, like you. She's like, oh, okay. No, I like you as more than a friend. So I finally got it out, and definitely got it across to her. And she says, no, you're joking. You're just messing with me, because like we'd mess with each other a lot, and because we're like good friends and stuff. And so it took me another like half hour to be like, no, I'm seriously not messing with you. I have strong feelings for you. And it was just the most painful thing, because at this point I knew she liked my good friend, and it was like, and I thought she liked me, and it was just like, oh my god, this is painful. Like, like it was like the second week of August or something by this point. Yeah, and I was really, really bummed out. Yeah, like I haven't cried in like some time. I don't think I've cried since then. And before that, I hadn't cried in a very long time. Like, I was depressed like for a whole week. Like, I started listening to Taylor Swift for the first time, which was the best thing that came out of that. But yeah, and then oh my god, I started listening to Taylor Swift. And like I was just sitting in my room like every day, like for like the rest of the summer. I was just like, I'm so sad. Not exactly like that, but I wasn't crying like all the time. I cried once for like half hour. It's kind of not that great, but yeah. So yeah, I was just really depressed, and I kept talking to her a little bit, and she and Tom, because Tom also lives close to us. Like we all live like equidistant from each other. They started going out, and I'm like, okay, um, they're not gonna last. And but I mean, it still bummed me out because they were going out, in fact. But it lasted like a week. It's like, oh, okay. In which point I was like texting both of them, and like I like Tom was like, oh, is it cool? And I'm like, yeah, like I didn't want to be a dick to him because he's my friend. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, go ahead, date her. It's like, because I didn't know how much she meant to him. She could have been as much to him as she did to me. Lots of pronouns in there, but yeah. And so they broke up after a week, and then then I was trying to like, it was one of those things where I was trying to lock down a date with her, like not like a date, but like just time to like just see each other again, because like when we left camp, we're like, oh, we gotta see each other again, and then like even after this, like a couple weeks into like them dating, I'm just like, oh, we gotta see each other again. She's like, yeah, let's go hang out sometime. So I keep texting her, and she's like, oh no, I'm busy, and so like I lay off for a while, and this is like the beginning of the school year. Like, oh, I'm busy, sorry, I can't hang out. It's like that I understand. She's going to like college prep school or whatever. I don't even know. But yeah, like it makes sense that she's busy.